Hello and welcome to the unofficial Beausejour Senior Hockey League podcast. I'm your host, Corey, joined by my co-host, Corey.
Hello.
We were in Tracadie last night, quite late. That game went pretty late. It was a good game, though.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it big time.
I have to mention before we start this that my cat is in my office with me, so she might start meowing or something weird. I didn't know she was in here. She just came out of the closet. She hides up top of the closet. She just came out of the closet and onto the desk, and now she's laying on a blanket. We should be fine, but
I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but every time I record the cat, my cat Ryuk sleeps at my feet.
Yeah,
9 times out of 10. Man. Yeah, he's a good cat.
This cat is a little more high-strung than Ryuk.
Yeah.
Let's get into last night's game. We had a good time, first of all. We had a pretty good spot. Good view of the game.
Was disappointing. We were not able to live stream. Listen, the building's just not equipped for it. Tinfoil roofs and the place was packed like a fucking can of sardines. But it's disappointing for us that we can't. But if we can't, we can't. It's simple as that.
There's not much we can do about it. I know Tim ended up finding a spot for the overtime there, so that's good. Yeah. I'm glad that he recorded it and people.
He only recorded the overtime.
I think just some of the overtime. Yeah, I didn't do the whole game. That's for sure.
Yeah. Shout out to Tim. I know he helps a lot with the Hawks. He does their PA and all that. So. He's a part of the community in the BSHL.
Yeah, he does a lot of cool videos and a lot of cool stuff and helps promote the league, so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Let's get into the game.
So I
want to run through the scorers?
Or? I didn't write down the scorers for some reason.
All right. Well, that happens. I'll bring them up real quick. What were your thoughts with the game last night?
They hate each other.
They definitely are not friends.
They hate each other. Are you going on the website?
Yeah, I'm here. So the first goal was scored by Jean-Samuel Lagacé for Shippigan, make it 1-0. Really early in the second period, Riley Scott came back, tied it up. About 6 minutes, 40 seconds into the third period, Jan Plold made it 2-1 Shippigan, and then late in the third, with a possible offside, there was a lot of discussion about that.
Yeah.
Danny Chiasson tied it up for Tracadie. So with 4 minutes to go in the game, it's a tie game.
Yeah.
From there, it goes to overtime, goes to double overtime, and 30 seconds into double overtime, huge goal for Captain Patrick Jones to advance Shippigan to the second round. One of the best games.
The last two games were just incredible. Both teams hate each other. The possible offside, we looked at it. It looked to be right on the line. So I think good goal. There was an incident that happened with an injury to a player. So Nicolas Richard of the Alpine, I asked your sister to send me the video because I really wanted to see that because we're on the other side.
Yeah.
So we're not really close to seeing it. So it took me like 7 or 8 times looking at it to realize that it was a high stick.
Yeah.
Everybody told me it was a hit. It was not a hit. I believe it was an accidental high stick because the guy that did the high sticking was Samuel Roy. We actually saw Samuel Roy getting to the building in Shippigan for Game 6. It seemed like one of the greatest guys ever. Said hi. I don't think it was intentional. You look at the video, this is a total accident. It's a freak accident. So I don't want fans or anything to jump on this guy's case. It was an accident. It happens. It's sports. My problem with this is the refereeing. You see a guy laying on the ice, kicking his legs, like you said. You allow the other team to drive the puck the other way, score a goal, while that team's goaltender is on the ice screaming at the opposite team's doctor, come quick, this guy is hurt. That was the worst refereeing call I have ever seen in any hockey. That was ridiculous. This guy, the news is his eye is going to be sore, it's going to be blurry, but he will be fine, thank God. But just what happened there, it's a goal. They call it a goal on the ice. There's no instant replay. This isn't the NHL. They take away the goal. They give Shippigan a 4-minute minor. Should have been a 4-minute minor. Sorry, I'm a little steamed here. Double minor. When the play happened.
Yeah.
If Shippigan loses that game, we get a riot. We get a riot because you take away their goal and then you give them 2 minor penalties. The refereeing was dog shit. Pardon my French, but it was bad.
That play, yeah, when he was like, it wasn't like he went down and you didn't notice it. He was kicking his legs, he was screaming. Shippigan's goalie was waving for help, like you said. The ref should have called it dead before Shippigan got down ice. I don't care who has the puck. At the end of the day, somebody's in a lot of pain. Take care of that person. So they did make the right call.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
On it being a 4-minute double minor. They didn't see the play. Maybe a linesman saw it and told the refs eventually. I don't know, but they didn't see what happened.
Yeah. I don't know if it was a fan that screamed this or if it's the ref, the guy should never ref another game or a linesman, whatever. But I heard someone say, get up, continue the play. I heard that. Now, was it a ref? I can't confirm that. It was most likely a fan. Yeah. The goaltender for Shippigan was... What was his name? Was it Antoine Landry? Is that his name?
I'm going to check real quick here, but I'm pretty sure Landry was in net for... Antoine Landry.
That guy is a stand-up human being.
Yeah.
A man's health came before a hockey game. That's what you need to do. We could all learn a little something from that. Antoine Landry, if you ever listen to this, thank you for being such a great person. That it could have been worse. I don't remember who the player was. It was a Toronto Maple Leafs player that got the stick in the eye and it like sliced his eyeball open. And he was never the same again. The same thing could have happened here. You never know. When you see an injury like that, you call it dead.
There was some other questionable reffing. There was like a bad icing call that wasn't called, and then a ref blew it as icing, like a legitimate ref blew the icing. The linesman didn't call it icing. I don't know. It's a hostile environment in Tracadie. The crowd was on the refs from the start, but yeah, it was definitely not the greatest officiated game of all time.
Probably the worst I've seen.
Yeah. The good news is the boys played a hell of a game on both sides. They entertained us for 3 hours plus. It was a phenomenal game. The crowd was so packed that by the canteen in Tracadie, they were actually standing on top of the rail at the back of the benches, like behind where people stand and sit. And they were standing on there holding on to the person in front of them's shoulder so they could see the ice. It was dangerous as hell. It terrified me. But that place was more than capacity. It was it was electric in there. It was awesome. We had a great time, congrats to Shippigan on a big win.
Yeah.
Later on in this episode, you'll hear an interview from Patrick Jones. You'll also hear an interview from Francis Thibeault of the Dalhousie Marauders. They were both done post-game. And thanks to both those guys for giving their time. It's fantastic to be able to chat with them a little bit after a game. It, brings something. We also want to take a minute and congratulate the Tracadie Alpines on a fantastic season. And we want to thank them for their support and working with us all year. We certainly do appreciate them.
Yeah, you said you talked to Charles Austin. Just a quick, hey, congratulations on the season. And the word you used was he looked sad. He just looked sad.
Yeah,
and of course,
the whole team looks sad for sure. It's a hard loss.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you make these relationships with these players and the entire team, the entire staff, and all that. One has to win, one has to lose, but you kind of like guys from both sides, and you're happy for one side, and then you're like feeling sad for the other side. That's hockey, but. For Charles Austin, he's played 17 years of senior hockey with the Alpine. An absolute legend. I don't know if his career will continue. Maybe he decides he wants to hang it up. Maybe he thinks he has more in the tank. I think he still does. But when the day comes that Charles Austin retires, his jersey better go up in the rafters, because if there's someone deserving, it's Charles Austin.
Yeah, man, we love Austin. I've loved Austin for years. Such a great goalie. Getting to know him a bit this year, he's an even better guy. So,
absolutely.
Thanks to the Alpines, and we'll see you next season. We can't wait to get back to Tracadie next year.
Absolutely.
But moving back to Shippigan, huge win for them, man. This is a team that went 0-8.
0-8 and 0-8-2 was what their record was. So they did not get an actual win for 10 games. They got their first 2 points in OT losses, and it wasn't a good season. But they're making the best of a bad situation. They're going to the second round.
Yeah, they huge upset on paper. Looking at the standings, huge upset. Looking at both teams, they're both very talented teams. So I'm not shocked that Shippigan went on. I think that was a very even series, maybe the most even series. In the first round.
Yeah, it was very even. And with Shippigan winning, we immediately knew that they would face Dalhousie. So that game is slotted for Saturday, I believe.
Saturday at 8 p.m. There's actually a few games announced there, so I'll run down that really quickly. So
go for it.
Saturday we have Shippigan and Dalhousie, 8 p.m. On Sunday, Dalhousie's in Shippigan at 7 p.m. The following weekend, Saturday the 24th, Shippigan's in Dalhousie at 7:30 p.m. Sunday the 25th, Dalhousie's in Shippigan at 7 p.m. And repeat that for March 2nd and 3rd. In Dalhousie Saturday, in Shippigan on Sunday, and you have to assume that on like the 5th of March or something, there'll be a Game 7 if that's necessary. So as of now, we've got 6 games announced. That's where we're at for that series, and I'm excited for it. I think that's going to be a really good series. There's a lot of bad blood between those teams, between the fans. It's going to be a good time. I can't wait to see it.
I think the storyline here is, can Shippigan beat Goliath?
Shippigan beat Dalhousie in Shippigan, one of the last games of the season, their last home game.
But it's one of those things where you got this monster power team of Dalhousie. Can Shippigan do it? And then on the other side, you got Shippigan, can they keep the momentum? Or Dalhousie. I hope I said Dalhousie.
You said Shippigan.
My bad. I'm
a little tired.
I remain tired. I get up when I shouldn't, and I go for a walk when I shouldn't, but that's me. I think Dalhousie might be one of the best hockey teams I've ever seen live. Between them and last year's Hawks, it's like neck and neck. On one week I'm like, no, the Hawks were better. On another week I'm like, no, Dalhousie's better. So I'm just making it a tie. Shippigan, we said it at the beginning of the year. They're sneaky good.
Yep.
They're proving us right.
Which is nice. I really wish all teams would prove us right. It makes our job a lot easier. They're making us look like geniuses right now.
It's going to be an interesting series.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be there for a few of these games. I don't believe we'll be there Saturday, though.
Yeah, I think we're taking Saturday night off and actually just resting. I might sleep the entire day. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I think I'm taking Saturday off. We've been pushing it this first round, so we're not going to take it easy by any means, but we might take Saturday off and just chill.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens on Sunday.
Yeah. So as of this recording, by the time you're hearing this, we're on our way to Doketown.
Oh, we're in Doketown.
We're in Doketown.
I bet. Yeah.
And so what's interesting here is game 1 of round 2 for Miramichi is played depending on who they face. So let's say LC wins, game 1 is in Miramichi.
On Friday.
If Spring Hill wins, then Spring Hill.
Whoa. River Valley.
I keep saying that.
You're really tired. So if
that's the second show I did that. River Valley.
If Elsa Puck Duck wins, game 1 will be Friday night at the Civic Center, 8:15 p.m. We can't wait. If River Valley wins, game 1 will be Saturday in River Valley. Will we make the trip to River Valley? I don't know. We're going to get either Friday or Saturday off for sure, and I'm excited for that day of rest.
So I better
But
watch myself because Corey's got the mute button. So you might not hear anything of me the rest of the episode. As a second show, I did that.
yeah, this guy's tired, but it's been fun. It was a fantastic first round. Everything I thought about the first round going in, it was exceeded in my opinion.
Yeah,
These teams are amazing, so it's been phenomenal, and the crowds have been just insane.
crazy, just crazy good. God, I love senior hockey. I love the BSHL. I love all of these teams. Unfortunately, some of these teams have to get eliminated, and once a team is eliminated in the playoffs, we give them their flowers here. So, do you want to get into Tracadie talk?
Yeah, I mean, I think they had a phenomenal year.
Yeah.
They have such a balanced team. They roll, 3 lines, 4 lines. They've always got a pretty full roster as well. Normally, when they're on the road, when they're home, they've got a really great team. Fun to watch, fast paced, some veteran leadership. I don't know. I'm surprised that they got eliminated in the first round. I'm also not because Shipping's fantastic. So what do we know?
Yeah.
But thanks to the Alpines.
Yeah. So, favorite moment from a Tracadie game this year?
Oh God, that you know what? It's Roussel. When the Roussel scored that goal against the Hawks and then pushed the crowd,
Yep.
man, that popped. That's a phenomenal moment.
That's what I was gonna say too. I think my favorite Alpine moment from this year. This is maybe tooting our own horn, but our interview with Charles Austin. I think it's still my favorite interview that we did because he was so funny, so nice, so giving too. Just the guy's worth his weight in gold. I think the world of Charles Austin, and playing all these years for the Alpine. What a career! What a guy! To the Alpine, great franchise, just great fan base. Everything about them I love. We'll see you in October.
Great poutine.
Poutine's amazing.
Yeah,
The
good
burgers
poutine.
are really good too.
Yeah, the burgers are pretty good. Good poutine though, man. Good poutine. Fantastic environment to catch a hockey game.
Yeah, absolutely. The
Older rink.
building's so much bigger than it looks.
Once you're inside, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's it's a great building. It's a lot of fun. It's it's just loud in there. It's really loud and echoey, and you hear the boys chirping on the ice, and you hear the crowd really well. It's just fun rink.
So before we move on, this has to do with the Shippigan Tracadie rivalry.
Yep.
So we went to Shippigan this one game. I don't think you were there. This is one that you missed. It was myself, your mom, and Cheryl.
Yep.
And once Tracadie would score, the fans would mock the PA guy, and they would go, "Woo! All right." So the Shippigan fans in Tracadie, when Shippigan would score, they would go, "Woo! All right." The fans have a rivalry with each other. It's amazing. I love it. I'm glad we didn't see any fights.
Yeah, there was no fights in the crowd. It was a very great crowd, very respectful. A lot of they really love their team. That's all there's to it.
Yeah. The one big thing that sucks about one team getting eliminated is they can't play each other until next year. Really enjoyed this series. Probably my favorite series that I've seen so far.
I'll also say last night I heard that the rink ran out of beer.
Yeah.
In the third period. That's nuts, man. That's how many people were there and how many people were having a good time on a Tuesday night. The rink ran out of beer, and the 50-50 was like $3,000. It was a really great 50-50 for Tracadie. Man, what a good time.
So do we have any shout-outs today? Because we met some great people last night.
Oh, man, I met Dan Cormier, the athletic trainer for the Bucktouche JCs. He's been somebody who I've been in contact with all year, and I'm sure he's going to come on the podcast this summer and talk about, how important those trainers are to the teams and his role. He's a paramedic during the day, but he's been the athletic therapist or trainer for the JCs for years. And I hadn't met him yet. So yesterday he came up and we met and spent the game behind us chatting. We had a great time.
He was so fun to hang out with and just talk. Just a funny dude. Just a brother, a bro, just a guy to have a good time with. He's just
Yeah.
a fun-loving guy.
Another big hockey fan, big senior hockey fan, offered you a shot of Fireball, which you refused.
I, I jokingly said going into the second overtime, all right, I need a shot. Just joking. I don't drink, so I just said,
We were tired. We were pretty
you're
tired.
tired. And he's like, got you covered. And he reaches in a pocket. And I'm like, no, dude, I don't drink. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, just good people, man. We had a great time. We had some fun people around us who were really into the game. A mix of Shippigan and Tracadie fans, and a Bucknew's JC fan. I mean, I don't know. You can't ask for better than that.
No.
Yeah, I love the fans in this league. People are awesome.
They've accepted us like I didn't think they would. A few times. I know you weren't there, or maybe you were, but when we were leaving Dalhousie, a bunch of fans just started screaming at us, "Thanks for doing the streams. Thanks for the podcast. Thanks." And we're like, "No," I'm saying no problem. Cheryl's like hiding her face. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you did something good. Don't be modest.
Dalhousie fans are the best. They're such nice people. I love that ring. Can't wait to get back there in a couple of weeks. Let's get into tomorrow's game.
Yep.
We have Game 7. The Elsipogtog Hawks in River Valley, in Dogtown, at Prospect Place, home of the best burgers in the BSHL. I'm definitely eating some burgers.
Oh, hell yeah.
We're going to be there early. I work till 4. I think I'm going to sign off from work. I'm working from home in the afternoon for sure. I'm going to sign off from work at 4 o'clock. If anybody from hospice is listening to this, I will work till 4. I'm a good boy. And then at 4:01, I'm going to be down the stairs, grabbing my stuff, my laptop, a table to bring with me. I'm going to be doing some editing from the stands in Prospect Place to try to multitask because we're getting there pretty freaking early. When this is going live, we'll probably already be at Prospect Place.
Yeah. I can't wait for this one. It's a rivalry. When a team is good, there's a lot of teams that will form rivalries. The Hawks, there's no doubt that they're a good team. River Valley is a really good team too.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic. Bit by the injury bug a little bit in these playoffs, which is unfortunate, but still, who knows how tomorrow's going to go. You've got guys on River Valley like Benji Curtis, and who knows who's going to be back. Ryu's been playing fantastic in net for them. You know, this team can't rule them out. They've lost a couple in a row here, but yeah, I mean, Elsipogtog definitely has the momentum right now. Yeah. I don't know if that's enough to carry them to a win. I think this is going to be a very tight game, hard-hitting game. Yeah. On the Elsipogtog side, playoff experience, that's what it's all about for them. You've got Sawyer Hanna and Trey Lewis, and this is an entire team, with the exception of maybe 3 players that won a championship last year together.
Yeah. My eyes will be glued to Wayne Jones. He's been playing incredible these playoffs. My eyes will be glued to Alex Arsenault. He's been playing really good. My eyes will also be glued to Benji Curtis. This guy ain't done playing hockey this year. He will captain this team. They will go as far as they can, but Benji Curtis will be leading the way. One of the best captains in the league.
Yeah, I think he's going to put this team on his back and really have a hell of a game tomorrow night. I think both teams are going to leave everything out there. It's going to be hard hitting. It's going to be fast paced. It's going to be the best hockey. I can't wait. Miramichi is going to pick up the scraps. That's the most unfortunate part. These two teams are going to beat the crap out of each other tomorrow night. Yeah. And if the Hawks win, they go into Miramichi the next night nursing some injuries from those big hits from guys like Benji Curtis. Yeah. That's the hard part with playoff hockey is the turnaround. You've got Miramichi that swept Spring Hill. They've been sitting for a week. They're definitely healthier right now than the Hawks, and they might face a bruised Hawks team or a bruised River Valley team on Saturday night in River Valley. But that's playoff hockey. I think going forward into the next round, no teams are going to have excuses. It's going to be some good hockey. This couldn't have set up better, in my opinion, for the league, though. Oh, yeah. Dalhousie Shippigan, man, let's go. These two teams do not like each other. It's going to be fantastic. doesn't matter who Miramichi faces. If they face River Valley, that's maybe their biggest rival. Those teams can't stand each other, and they're 30 minutes down the road from each other. It's going to be phenomenal. Miramichi faces the Hawks. Oh, my God. That's some hard-hitting, chippy hockey. Two teams that, again, aren't fans of each other.
Yeah.
I think all teams have a mutual respect, but, man, I don't care who wins this game tomorrow night, because regardless, we're winning.
Yeah.
This is a phenomenal second round.
Yeah. So we got one final thing to talk about.
The cat is moving, guys. I don't know what's going to happen, but we are here for it.
All right. You can't see it, but I can. There's DJ Kitty Meow Meow.
Yeah, I'm now holding her for the rest of the episode. Go ahead.
No, this is all you. You got the info here.
What's the info?
The awards.
Oh, the awards. Oh, my goodness. Let me put the cat down for 1 second. Yeah, she's a good cat. She's not making too much noise right now. So the awards were announced by the league today. I'm really excited to see this. So we'll start with the Rookie of the Year. There's 3 nominees. Logan Timmins from Bucktouche, who is a 2-point per game player, played slightly more games than Alex Arsenault, who is our second nominee, who is a 2.2 points per game player, played a little bit less games. And the third nominee is Gavin Hart from River Valley, who's been just solid for them. Not putting up as many points as Arsenault or Timmins, obviously, but phenomenal player for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to Timmins and Arsenault.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're good. I think Arsenault is going to be a superstar in this league if he stays. I think he's going to be MVP candidate in the future. Logan Timmins played for a struggling Bucktouche team and put up 2 points per game. That's pretty impressive.
I don't know, because these are two of my favorite players. No disrespect to Gavin, but I think it will come down to Logan Timmins and Alex Arsenault. Who they go with, flip a coin, take your pick.
The second award is Top Goaltender. You can probably name these off the top of your head. We have 3 nominees. We have Dan Vautour from the Miramichi Northmen, Alex Collette, the Bucktouche JCs, and Sam Gendron from the Dalhousie Marauders. This was the perfect 3 picks, in my opinion. Yeah. These guys deserve it. I don't know who's going to take it. Those are 3 phenomenal candidates.
If there is a 3-sided coin, flip it.
Top defenseman, we have 5 nominees. We have Billy Bezo from Shippigan, Daniel Crete from Elspachtoch, Francis Thibeault from Dalhousie, Alex Bernier from Miramichi, and Luc Gallant from River Valley.
I'm going to make a bold prediction here. Yeah. I love Daniel Crete. Cratezilla.
Yep.
He won it last year.
Yep.
It's not his year.
No.
I think that Francis Thibeault was the absolute best goaltender. Press the mute button. Cancel me. He's the best defenseman this year. I don't even think it's close.
Yeah, I don't think it's any harm to the other guys in saying this, but I think Thibeault takes this when he deserves it. He had just an amazing year.
Yeah.
Most valuable player, we've got 3 nominees. Actually, let's say that for last. Top forward, we have 3 nominees. Very, very good nominees. One of my favorite players in this league, Rene George from Spring Hill, man. Yeah. Talk about a deserving nominee for top forward.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy Rene George got a nominee. Pascal Valcourt, no surprise there, for Dalhousie. And Peter Traynor for River Valley. Who takes that one?
Rene George did a great job.
Yeah.
Didn't put up the points that Peter Traynor or Pascal Valcourt did. Oh, God, it's so close. I think Valcourt just takes it.
I think it's really close. I think Valcourt takes it as well. I think he deserves it. Rene George had 27 points in 13 games. Valcourt had 49 points in 18 games, and Traynor had 44 in 18 games. I think Valcourt takes it, not just based on the points, just based on his importance in that team.
Yeah.
I think he takes it. Then we have the most valuable player in the league. You've already heard these names. Pascal Valcourt of Dalhousie. Our friend Alex Collette out of Bucktouche. We're huge fans of Alex Collette.
One of the best.
And Peter Traynor out of River Valley.
I still think that this is a Valcourt win. Because if you're saying MVP, All right. This is the best player, not just at a position or anything. Best player, the most valuable player on that team. It has to be Pascal Valcourt. The JCs would have been a lot worse if Colette wouldn't have been there. But it was a bad year for the JCs, unfortunately. The nominee it shows you how good he is.
Yeah.
For Peter Traynor, God, I hate to do this to this guy because he was such a stud.
Especially down the line, especially late in the season, man.
Yeah, and he even took over the top spot
for
at one point for a day.
For a day, yeah, it was a good day.
But Pascal Valcourt just ran away with it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think where last year these awards were the Hawk Show, this year these awards are the Dalhousie Show.
Yeah,
I don't think it's anything against any other team in the league, but Dalhousie was very dominant this year. And who's going to win the cup? We don't know. But for these awards, in my opinion, I think you give it to Thibeault, Valcourt, and goalie. I don't know, toss up. It's going to be a great thing to see who gets it. I'm glad they have top goalie this year and top defenseman. It's not just defensive player.
Yeah, because last year, I believe Colette and Crate
split it.
They split it, but it was like top defensive player or something like that. I wasn't a fan of that, so they split it up. Colette got nominated on 2 things, so.
This cat is losing her mind. We're going to call this an episode, I think, not just because the cat's losing her mind, but because it's been 30 minutes, and that's about par for us.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, Game 7, Elsipogtog and River Valley. Hope to see everybody out there. If you're listening to this, we're probably already there. I hope we can stream. God, I hope the internet lets us stream. If we can't stream, it's not because we didn't try. Yeah. And if we can't stream, we'll record the game and it'll be up tomorrow night or Friday morning. But, thanks for all your support. Thanks to the league. Thanks to the teams. Thanks to the players. And thanks to the fans of all the teams. This has been a great time. We're going into the semifinals, and I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Can't wait.
All right, Corey, we'll talk to you later.
Take care.
I'm here with Francis Thibeault. The Dalhousie Marauders are advancing to the second round. You had 1 goal tonight?
2 goals.
2 goals tonight. How do you feel about advancing to the second round?
I mean, it was a good series. They played hard till Game 5, and we had to show up every night. It was just not an easy win. Boys showed up tonight ready to play, and we're advancing to a second round. It's not going to be easy. All the teams seems to be playing very well at the moment. So, it's going to be hard. So we're going to have to show up every night, play hard, and I think we have a good team here. The guys are bonding together, so it's going to be good.
You guys have some pretty phenomenal fans here in Dalhousie, man. It was extremely loud in this building tonight. I think there's like 10 air horns coming from different angles. What do you have to say to your fans?
I mean, we got the best fan in the league, that's for sure. Like, they're supporting us like crazy. Just even around town, everywhere you go, everybody's talking about the Marauders. They're showing up for us, and it's fun because when we're going out there and we hear all the horn, the white towels, it's fucking crazy to see. Like for senior hockey, that the boys are supporting us like that, and everybody's coming to the ring, and then it's just fun to we have to say thank you to them for showing up every game for us.
Right on, man. Well, we'll see you next round. Congratulations, and thanks for this.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks.
Appreciate you. All right. I'm in Tracadie with Patrick Jones. They just won double overtime win for the Marchands de Chupagon. Patrick, how are you feeling?
Feeling pretty amazing, Corey. Once again, thanks for being here at the games, and thanks for doing what you do. But the feeling is pretty unreal. I haven't felt like that in a long time. It's been a big, hard playoffs. It's getting hard on us. All the guys are most of them have little pains here and there, but we finally pushed through and won the game. So won the playoff, and feeling pretty awesome at the moment.
So 2 games in a row, both went to double overtime. We were there for both. Man, your fans are amazing. Your fans were here. I'd say about half of the crowd was probably from Shippagan. It was standing room only. People were literally standing on bars in the back row. What do you have to say to your fans from Shippigan, bro?
Hey, all the fans from Shippigan, merci d'être présents à nos parties extérieures. Ça veut dire, c'est incroyable de vous avoir là. C'est un feeling là, qui est incroyable. So thanks for being with us on the road, and I'm looking forward for the next playoff. And I know you guys are going to support us next series. So thank you so much for being there. Merci beaucoup tous les fans de Shippagan pour être présents là, sur la route là.
So là, on va aller en français. Pourquoi pas? Vous avez Dalhousie, sûr. Ouais. Samedi, à Dalhousie, à 8h, ils ont déjà annoncé ça. C'est une Christ de bonne équipe. C'est vraiment une bonne équipe. But, ça va être tellement une bonne série. Êtes-vous prêts pour Dalhousie?
Ouais, Dalhousie, un autre style de jeu. Dalhousie, un peu plus strong forwards, des moves de puck pretty well. Ils sont vraiment bons sur les power play. Des gars comme Jessico Barnard, ça va être dur à arrêter, on s'entend, mais regarde, faut jouer un système de jeu. C'est playoff. You never know what's gonna happen. So we just gotta go one period at a time, and you never know. On sait jamais. C'est playoff hockey, so c'est le fun.
Enjoy-toi le soir, puis commence à te préparer demain pour Dalhousie.
Exactement. Fait que on va commencer prendre un cold bath demain matin, là, puis essayer d'enlever les petites blessures. Mais so yeah, we're all ready for Saturday night. We're looking forward to playing Dalhousie. It's a great rink. It's going to be full house. We all know that. So yeah, we're looking forward for that series, and we're really, really grateful that we won the first round. So after being 0-8 to start the season and losing pretty much every game this season, and it's just it's big what we did. We overcame not just a strong team, but like all the guys in the locker room there, we stuck together, and everybody kept positive the whole time. And we're building a team, and it's just getting stronger every day. So kudos to that. Kudos to the Marchand. Kudos to the whole organization. On a quelque chose de fort, puis je pense qu'on peut aller loin là avec un peu de vouloir.
J'ai l'impression qu'on va se voir samedi.
Ouais, pas mal sûr qu'on va se voir là, Corey. Y a pas de problème.
Merci, Patrick.
C'est bon, merci, Corey.